What's up, Gatekeepers? Welcome back to Weekly Soap Chronicles, your go-to channel for all the drama, passion, and shocking moments from your favorite soap, Beyond the Gates. I'm your girl, Phil, and I'm bringing a recap of episode 111. But first, y'all know what to do. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already, and hit that notification bell so you never miss a recap with a little bit of flair. Let's get into it. First up, we're heading to Uptown where Kat and Tomas are giving us all the Celia Cruz vibes. Kat shows up late, but she's got a good excuse. She had to find the perfect outfit to channel her inner salsa queen. And let me tell you, Tomas was living for it. He spins her around and says, "You nailed it." And she did, because she had on a cute little red dress. And he was all in black. They look good together. But wait, it gets better. Their salsa teacher, Santi, struts in like he owns the place. "Hola, I am Santi, the salsa king, and I am here to make magic. Are you ready to move your hips?" And he is not playing around. He's all about the hips, the fire, the passion. And Kat and Tomas just wasn't delivering. They on the floor, they stepping on each other's feet, they all awkward, Tomas all stiff. And Santi is like, "Where's your fire? Where's your passion? Oh, I can't take it to my eyes. I can't see this anymore." So Santi takes matters into his own hands. He grabs Kat and starts dancing with her and showing off his rhythm in the blood. Because she says, "Ooh, you're good." "See, because I have rhythm in my blood. Some people have it and some people don't." As they look over at Tomas, who's sitting over there looking like, okay. But Tomas saying, "Wait a minute now, partner, amigo. Don't be counting me out. I got rhythm. I got passion." So he cuts in and they get to dancing. And ooh, Kat was like, "Hey, okay, Tomas, I see you. Okay." He started talking to her about how his family would always have salsa parties and how his abuelita let him know that all you need is chemistry, mijo. And guess what? They find it. They dance, they kiss, and the sparks are flying. Gatekeepers, are we feeling Kat and Tomas? Let me know in the comments. Now, meanwhile, over at Orphe Jeans, Naomi is shook. Because remember, Jacob dropped that bombshell on her. Tyrell and Samantha are June's kids. But before they can tell June, they've got to run it by Martin and Smitty. And let me tell you, this news could blow the family apart. Okay? Now back at home, Martin, Smitty, and the kids are having a chill card game. Until Samantha suggests they started playing charades and Smitty starts talking about chores. You know how dads are, right? But once the kids leave, the real drama begins. Smitty is like, "Martin, I already know what you're doing and you need to stop." And Martin is like, he's feeling like he's on lockdown, only allowed over during visiting hours. Okay? The tension is real. Then Naomi calls and says that she needs to speak to them ASAP. Okay? They eventually show up with the big news. They found Tyrell and Samantha's mom. Martin's stunned, especially since they paid a grip for a closed adoption. Smitty, not so much. He's like, given the state those kids were in, I'm not surprised June's homeless. And then he drops this line. They didn't need parents. They needed us. Okay, Smitty. Tell us how you really feel. So Naomi and Jacob ask if the kids can meet June. Smitty shuts that down quick, but Martin's not totally opposed. They agree to think about it, but little do they know, Tyrell and Samantha have been ear hustling the whole time. The kids confront their dads, and after some heartfelt moments with each other, they decide they want to meet their mom. And gatekeepers, what would you do in their shoes? Let's talk about it in the comments. So we move on to the country club where Chelsea is taking selfies and living her best influencer life. Madison joins her and they're trying to figure out why their friendship feels off. But before they can get too deep, Alison pops up out of nowhere to stir the pot. Alison offers Chelsea a big marketing opportunity, but Chelsea's like, girl, please. She accuses Alison of plotting to drive a wedge between her and Madison. Alison claps back, calling Chelsea cruel, but Madison reassures Chelsea she's got her back. I got your back, girl. Don't even worry about it. Let me go ahead and take this call. I'll be back. Alison, girl, maybe it's time to take a hint, okay? Later, Alison accuses Chelsea of not caring about how Craig is treating her. And Chelsea is like, I can't be your emotional support person. You need to go to therapy. And she ain't wrong. But is Alison really being messed with, I should say, by Craig? Because now, mind you, we have not seen Craig in a minute. And she always show up no worse for the wear. Not that being ABUSE'd shows physical signs all the time. But I don't know. It just seems something flaky with that story. Any rate, though, Madison returns and Alison tries to convince her that Chelsea is selfish and two-faced. Chelsea warns Alison to back off or she'll get a restraining order. Alison storms off and Madison's like, you know what? That girl is certifiable. And Chelsea say that she is not letting anyone come between her and Madison. Finally, some real relationship goals. Now back at Uptown, Tomas says he calls it a night because he's all sweaty and he needs to take a shower. But Kat is like, you know what? You can come over to my house and take that shower, okay? And so they get back to her place and let's just say things get steamy. After the shower, Tomas gives her a massage and one thing leads to bang bang. Okay, so they hook up and after, Tomas is, oh my gosh, it was so good. You intoxicate me. I think about you all the time. Just in this position that we're in now, you just don't know. I'm so glad that we're on the same page. We're on the same page, right? Yes. Okay. So now, maybe it's time for round 2. And Kat is like, what? Round 2? You mean you ready to do this again? Already? Now, I don't know what's going on with them, okay? Because this is the second time that they've had bang bang and Kat has not been pleased. Now, I don't know if Tomas think he doing something and he really ain't. She ain't feeling the passion from him. I don't know. But whatever it is, it ain't working for her. And finally, we got Leslie and Eva. Leslie loses it on the phone, refusing to give out any information to this so-called law firm. You know, they asking for social security numbers, mama's maiden name, all of that. And she like, y'all on some BS. S. And I ain't getting ready to give y'all nothing. And she hangs up. Okay, Eva is appalled. But Leslie says she's been around the block too many times to chase after some fake pot of gold. And Leslie declares this is over. But Eva refuses to drop it. Then Leslie lectures her on being too good to give her money. And Eva is like, you know what? You always be asking for more than just money. And the amount of money you be asking for. I don't have that. I always got to go to Ted for it. So they argue about Ted and Nicole and how Eva missed out on all the daddy-daughter dances and, you know, all that. She says she loved Nicole. And Leslie's like, you know what? I'm the one that carried you for 9 months. And it's always been about me and you against the world. No matter how many bougie people come into your life. Okay? But while they was arguing, Leslie kept getting a call from an unknown number and she kept ignoring it. So who could that be? Well, that's how the episode ends. And that's a wrap on episode 111. From salsa lessons to family secrets to country club chaos. This episode had it all. What was your favorite moment? Are you Team Kat Tomas, or do you think they're moving too fast? And what about Tyrell and Samantha meeting their mom? Good idea or bad idea? Let me know in the comments below. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss an episode. Until next time, Gatekeepers, keep the drama alive.